Today is day one of my first ever 12 days of fixes at Christmas series, so there'll be a new repair video every day until day 12, which will be a Christmas themed electronic project build. This will be published as a YouTube premiere so we can all watch and comment along. I hope you enjoy them. Don't forget to like, comment and consider subscribing if you aren't already. Let's make a start. Right, so we're looking at an Anbernic RG35XX today. Now, I'm just going to power it up and let you see what it's doing. Plug it in. And I imagine you can hear that crackling from the speaker and the flickering screen. Which I don't think is correct. That's better. Let's try that again. So not much charge in the battery, but we're getting this horrible noise. I have fixed some other 35XXs on the channel, mostly the ones that were totally dead. So if you're interested in seeing those, I'll put a link in the description. Let's just check what's in this battery. Three volts, so it's basically flat. Right, so we've got some damage to the top here. That's not going to have too much impact. We might be able to just glue that bit down. Let's have a quick look around here, just in case there's anything obvious. So we've got some capacitors and transistors. We've got the volume buttons there. Let's just come down this side. So those are two of the four buttons at the back. Not sure what's under this big metal plate. So we need to turn this round. So we've got some inductors here. This may be a power management chip. That is the power input. So there's the battery input. That's the headphone output and the speaker. It could be, this could be an amplifier, and it could be the amplifier that's gone. That's the SD card slot. And the other one, the other two buttons. This part here is usually where I found if it doesn't start, then I usually start looking here first. I've got this big plate here and not much there, but there are two screws. Let's take this off. We'll take the display off so it just flips up, and then the cable, you have to be careful with that, just comes out. Let's take off these screws. And not much on this side, it would seem. Okay, it could be an issue with the screen. We can get one of the other 35XXs and use that screen and see. It could be a power supply issue. Looks like there's some here. This looks like another little power supply here, probably for the processor and the RAM. A bit suspicious of this having, looks like it's been changed. Let's check this diode. But that diode looks fine. Okay, I'm going to put it back together again and we'll just check a few voltages to see what we're getting. So we're getting the noise now. Ow, ow, what the heck? Oh, oh. Right, I just touched this inductor here and it's massively hot. Right, we have the thermal camera ready. So if I power it back on, there we go. Oh, yeah, 87. Okay, we'll just unhook that and unhook the battery. Okay, I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to replace that inductor because it's clearly shorted. But is it shorted because of something else? We don't know. There we are, and we have to take that one off, I think. Hopefully use a little bit of low melt. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one off of this unit here, which is another Anbernic, but it's a one for spares. So we've got one there. And let me just put some flux on. Just use the hot air and get this off. Right, so this is the replacement getting put back onto the board. But what I haven't noticed is I've put it on the wrong way around. So I think what we'll do is we'll put it back vaguely together. Okay. Oh, that's still getting hot. Check the continuity of these, see if any of these are shorted. I shall get the thermal camera going. We're still getting 80 degrees there. So I decided to go through and test this diode and these transistors. All of them so far seem to be okay, or getting the right readings. But when we get to the last one, there seems to be something different about this one. That's shorted there. Could that be the issue then? So what we're doing is we're going to remove this transistor here and test it out of the circuit. Do a quick check on it. No, it's fine. So something else is shorting that out. So that's interesting. That can go back on. So something in this vicinity here is shorted. So this, I think, is the power for the screen. And that's why we're seeing the jitteriness on the screen, because this is overheating. So it's at this point I have my kind of aha moment. I've realized I've put this thing on round the wrong way. So now we'll take it off, we'll put it on back the correct way, and then we'll refit that transistor. Right, there we are. I think we should put this back together now. And here we are. It's all put back together again. So let's plug it in. and it's taking a charge, which is good. Now the battery is flat on this, so power on, and there we go, all working. The screen is not flickering anymore. There's no horrible noise coming from the speaker. So I think we've found the issue, just this one inductor that was causing that problem. Never seen an inductor go like that before. First time for everything. Yeah, we've now got another one back up and running, which is great. So that's day one, and very glad to get a fix on the first day. With this one, yeah, obviously I made the mistake of putting this on round the wrong way and just basically shorted it out, so no wonder it didn't work. Once I'd realized I'd made a mistake and corrected it, then we have it working again. Do come back tomorrow for day 2 when we'll be looking at a CGL Frogger. Quite looking forward to getting that one going. In the meantime, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. Please do consider subscribing, and thanks for watching. See you in the next one.